Welcome. I am Eric with Mother.com, and I greet you beloveds in the love light of the one infinite creator. So in today's video, let's take a look here. I want to discuss this idea, this concept of chasing and owning momentum, and how you can be able to identify periods when a stock is about to move higher. So the highlighted areas you see here correspond with when I sent breakout alerts to paid clients. So these are the three periods, and you can see one immediate advantage of playing breakouts is you don't get to be part of this downdraft. Since there's no breakout, there's no momentum, naturally you don't get to be pulled down by a stock that is in a pullback mode. By playing breakouts, you get the opportunity to own instruments when they're in a mood to move higher. And this is the beauty of playing momentum. Now, as I mentioned, there's a way to identify what instruments look like they could explode in price. And I talk about this a lot. So it's for those of you who are not new, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. But we can see here, if we go back to the monthly chart, at the time this breakout was taking place, or the potential for this breakout here, when it was attempting to move above the prior monthly closing high, you can see at that time we did not have a fully developed RSI, so we couldn't use the RSI at that particular time since it was an IPO from the year before. So what we could have done there, and what I did at the time, is I went to the next time frame. So from the monthly, go to the weekly, and on the weekly chart we can see here that we had a fully developed RSI on the weekly, of course. And the breakout that I was highlighting for paid clients was this breakout here after some sideways market action here. This is what we were looking to use as our breakout entry. Now, looking at this, we can see that the minimum requirements are met for what I call the ultimate Muathe breakout. Links are going to be in the description explaining this method if you're interested. You can see here the RSI moves above 69.1. And as you are aware, that for us is an entry. Take a look at the MACDs. I have two MACD settings as a discussion for another day. And you can see here, we need one of the MACDs. In this case, both MACDs were moving to 3-year highs at the minimum. So that breakout definitely met the minimum requirement of what I call the ultimate Muathe breakout, which only considers the RSI and MACD. Simple method to gauge momentum. Now, if we go back to the monthly chart again, all data monthly, and take a look at these two other periods, this period here in April of 2021 and here in September of 2021, we can see that those time periods meet our minimum requirements again on the monthly. Now remember, this would scare most people because the RSI is above 70, but 69.1 and anything above that 69.1 threshold is a sign of power. Above 70, quote unquote, it's actually 69.1. Above 70 is a show and a sign of tremendous power. A show and a sign of tremendous power. Nothing to be scared of, actually should be very desirable to own an instrument when the RSI is above 69.1. Now, if we take a look at those time period, as I was saying, we can see here, so we are going to highlight this breakout, this in April right there, and we'll take a look at the other breakout in September, October. We see the RSI here, well above 69.1. Here, we don't have a fully developed MACD. We'd have to take a look and see what the weekly look like. Excuse me, this MACD is not breaking out. The other MACD was not fully developed. So what I'm going to do is allow me to go to the weekly in that time frame or that time period. And so back to the weekly, and we can see when I sent out that breakout alert, it was right here in April. That breakout was unsuccessful. And yes, not all breakouts are going to work. So we can see here, it did not work on the first attempt. It came back a couple of weeks later and broke out again. So just because one breakout attempt fails doesn't mean that you throw it away. You can always watch it for the potential for a future attempt, and we can see the next breakout attempt was more successful right here. And we can see by then the RSI on the weekly back above 69.1, and it's the MACD we were trying to see what the MACD was doing. And we can see one of the MACDs in that time period was also moving to all-time highs or 3-year highs. The other MACD was not moving to 3-year highs. So we can see that that breakout eventually met the minimum requirements as of this time frame here in the middle of June. Did not work out in April, late April, would work out in June. Go back to that monthly chart. And so we're talking about this eventual breakout here in June. You see the RSI was about 69.1. And if we take a look at the MACDs by June of 2021, which is this time period here, you can see that the MACD was also at 3-year highs. Now, of course, the breakout that took place in October, our last breakout for this stock, you can see RSI above 69.1, MACDs are breaking out. So that's the minimum requirements for the Ultimate Muathe breakout. And I just noticed while I was recording, now I can also talk about the exact opposite method can be used for bearish situations, because if we break the recent monthly closing low, if we break it in terms of price, if RSI drops to 3-year lows, if the RSI also drops below 50, and we can see that one of the MACDs is already, if not both MACDs, are already trading at all-time lows. So the risk here is for lower prices, and the exact opposite of this method, which, as I said, is called the Ultimate Muathe breakout. The exact method that is a good study is what I call the Ultimate Muathe breakout. They are related in terms of their exact opposite of each other. This is for what we can timing of bullish moves, and this method here we can say is what we can call timing for bearish situations. And so it is. I am Eric with Muathe.com, and I leave you as I found you, in the love and in the light of the one infinite creator. Go forth rejoicing in the power and in the peace of the one creator. Adonai.